Well, first of all, let's just start off. Really proud of our guys tonight. We played a full game tonight. Obviously, they got us there at the end, but the competitiveness stayed through to all the way in. We fought. We had some good learning moments there at the end, but really proud of our guys. The intensity that we brought for the full game. Um, their plays made some big plays down the stretch. Give them credit. Something we can learn from. Execution down the stretch, both sides of the ball, but incredibly proud of our group on how we stepped into the arena tonight and how we competed as a unit and how we did it together.
In terms of one of the concerns heading into this, given Detroit's strengths, was their offensive rebounding. How much did their offensive rebounding hurt in those final 15, 20 seconds?
The boards definitely was a big factor in the first half. I thought when we got the lead, really in that third quarter, we did a pretty good job on the boards that led to some transition baskets. But, obviously the number was a big number. And that's something we can look to dig into and how do we get better in that areas. But when we did it consistently, we were able to get stops and get out in transition. The fourth quarter, they got us.
What did you see on the game time three at the end of regulation from Jenkins, just in terms of the defense and how well that shot was contested? Given the difficulty, you don't want to foul up three.
Hey, give the kid tough shot. Contested in the corner. There was a little bit of a weird play because multiple people fell down on it and got knocked down, which there maybe could have been some calls on some of that stuff. But hey, we stick together as a group, stuff we can learn from. Get ready to dig in for Houston next.
What are some of the lessons you will reiterate to your players from the final quarter and OT?
To me, it's the whole game. Like, there's great lessons the whole game. When you're playing high-level teams like this, every possession matters. It's not just the last possession. Everybody obviously focuses on that, and you need to execute in those situations, and those are great learning experiences for us. But every possession matters, and I thought we did a good job of moving on to the next possession, staying in the moment, staying present. They made some runs. We made some runs back. We even made a little push in overtime. We didn't get down after they hit that shot. So, these are things that are going to make us mentally tougher, and we'll keep working on the execution. But for our guys, unbelievable to be in these experiences. We're all disappointed because we're competitors, but we're doing it together, and that's the best thing.
You outscored them 35-20, held them to 20 points on their home floor in the third quarter. Was that one of your best quarters of the season? And whether it was or wasn't, what did your team do well in that quarter?
Defense, finished possessions, and then we really shared the ball. That's our recipe something we can lean into more and more. That's what I'm liking about our group is we're growing from the game to game. When we share the ball like that, we're really tough to guard, but it starts with our defense. When we're able to finish possessions, we're pretty good.
I think you were either ahead or the score was tied when Marvin belly flopped, trying to go basically head first to try and save the ball from going out of bounds. Then on the ensuing play, Bub forced the backcourt. Were those tone setters, or did they simply reflect what you guys brought to that game to begin with?
I thought we did it the whole game, but those are great examples, obviously. Guys getting on the floor, guys pulling for each other, diving for things. I liked our competitive response. Those are things that you want from your group, and our group is growing with those things.
How did your team force Cade into, I know he scored a ton of points and all that, but they were pretty inefficient. What was the game plan defensively to try to at least slow him up?
Put bodies on him. Put him in space. Try to keep him off the free throw line. You're never going to stop great players in this league from scoring. I thought we had multiple guys guard him tonight. We had Keyshawn, we had Chris, Cam Whitmore, we had Alex switching onto him. We were mixing up coverages. You have to do that with the great players in this league. We try to make him as efficient as possible, but he's a great player.
You've seen everything in the league. How disappointed are you guys in there? And given the importance of maintaining an even keel, given the fact that they're human beings, how tough is it after a hard-fought, tough?
It should be. This is competition. This is what we all sign up for in sports. We all want to win. You want to get in the arena and play and compete as a unit and get the W. I want our guys upset. That shows the character which they are. But the one thing I know about this will make them tougher because this is a resilient group. they'll get ready to play the next game, and there's lessons to be learned. But yeah, we should be mad. We should be disappointed. We want to win. That's a good thing. That's the stuff I want from my group.
What did you see from Bub's night? Because it seemed like he got some juice that he felt like he needed, and then obviously CJ's.
Yeah, CJ obviously made some tough shots tonight. Great, but Bub is our guy. That's one of our guys, and I thought he played a really steady game. Obviously, made some of his threes, but I thought he just played a good overall floor game. Defense was good. This is the Bub we love to have, and he's getting better. That's what I like about it. He's a competitor.
You talk about the lessons and learning from this one. When you get a game like this where you've seen the guys put it together for majority of the game, how do you now get them to get that consistency? Because they've shown their hand, you kind of see where their cards are. Now, how do we get it for 3 quarters and a half in Houston? Keep building and stacking those, because they've showed you when we're willing to do it, we can do it.
You get up tomorrow and you go to work, right? You look at the film, go to practice, all the things that we think matter, like all this consistency of how you prepare and how you train. We look at the film, we do it to group, we challenge each other to improve. And I think that's how you face anything. That's how we've always done that here. I'm really proud of that group that we do that. We're going to continue to do that. So looking forward to practice already for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we're taking steps in the right direction. Obviously, losing games is difficult, especially the way we've been losing lately. But I thought we defended well. I thought we shared the ball for the most part. I think we had too many turnovers. I had too many turnovers individually. Those possessions are costly, especially if it's a live ball turnover, it leads to points. But all in all, I think we took a step in the right direction. Obviously, we should have won the game. We had the game won, but it happens. It's very hard to win in the NBA. You got to execute down the stretch. You got to rebound. You got to get stops. You got to make free throws. I missed 2 free throws during the game. So, every point matters in these types of games, especially against quality teams. And tonight they made enough plays down the stretch to beat us. It's unfortunate, but it's a part of the game.
Are all the lessons you listed them all? Or those the primary lessons you guys should take from this? Just how every possession matters and every little thing against an NBA team.
You see the game, you see the final possession, and you look at that. But there's so many possessions throughout the game where we could have took advantage. We could have, reversed the ball more. I could have made one more pass, getting in the paint instead of taking a floater. There's transition opportunities where, I miss a wide open 3. We get the rebound. We miss another wide open 3. There's so many possessions throughout the game where if you capitalize on those little plays, calling reds, being active with your hands, all those things, factor into the final score, but you don't see it throughout the game unless you watch the film and pay attention.
How did you guys force so many misses from Cade tonight?
He should get 50 points. I don't know how much he missed, but I think we guarded him collectively. We tried to show bodies. He's a really good player. He'll be All-NBA again. He'll be an All-Star again. And, when it's said and done, he'll be one of the best Detroit Pistons players of all time.
After a game like that, obviously BK would say something, but do other guys here after that say something?
Nothing needs to be said today. We know how we lost. We know why we lost. We move forward. We got another great opponent we're going to play against in 48 hours. So get your rest, get your treatment, get your mind right, and be ready for another hostile environment against a Hall of Famer and some really good players.
I know this is small consolation, but the way you played, how much positive momentum individually do you have now after a third really strong game?
I just told him I needed 2 weeks to understand the system, the team. Moving to DC was an adjustment for me mentally, physically, just making sure that I'm ready, understanding the plays, understanding the team, the personnel, and I just needed 2 weeks to get ready, and I'm ready.